Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for September 5th, 2025. We've got Menagerie, Seaside, and Renaissance today. And get a 2-5. That, I'm not sure if that's good. So the trashing is just Goat Herd, which inclines me to think, oh, that's not great, but being able to open with like a barge maybe is definitely not bad. Draw is basically just barge. There's tide pools, but that's not net draw. Goat herd can be draw. Don't know if I would necessarily expect it to be. Plus actions from Mountain Village, Acting Troop, Mastermind. I guess you can also say Mastermind is draw, like, because you can, multiplayer barge or whatever. Or even, like, multiplaying a village. Anyway, yeah, so Mountain Village, Acting Troop, Mastermind for plus actions. And then gains, you have plus buy from Barge and Astrolabe. Improve, can do gainy things. Fair gives additional plus buy. Commerce can give you golds. Doesn't seem super relevant. Right, so yeah, I'm inclined to say I would probably rather have a 3-4 or a 4-3, but that is not the situation. So bot opens Mountain Village. I guess if you just are hoping to goat herd an estate and then pick it up and goat herd another estate or something, that could be good. Do we want to consider getting a villain? So villain is not generally a very strong card. Barge is definitely a stronger card. The argument for villain would be it's about as good at hitting price points right now, in some ways worse, in some ways better. Barge could, potentially draw 3 coppers, which would make it better. But it can also, if it draws any estates, then villain is going to give as much or more money, and you don't have to, because you can bank the coffers, it gives you some smoothing on that as well. The attack is not irrelevant if the bot wants to trash an estate with goat herd and we hit them with villain and they have to discard either the goat herd or the estate, that sort of thing, that can definitely be relevant. Although the Mountain Village is a little bit of a counter to that already. I think I can see villain being playable here, but I think the more important consideration is just that Barge is going to let us get through our deck. So I think I'm going to go with the Barge, but they don't even take a goat herd. They take an improve. Interesting. Well, I will take a goat herd, especially because they have the improve. Second improve. Wow. Okay. So we could just go ahead and take a Mountain Village here. I think the most likely scenario is that we're going to play Barge for next turn because we're going to have 2 actions to draw that we could potentially draw dead if we played it for this turn, like this Barge that we just bottom decked. Anyway, and in that scenario, admittedly, the Mountain Village doesn't do much. In the scenario, however, where we actually see the Mountain Village and then play Mountain Village Barge, then that's nice. We're obviously going to need Mountain Villages anyway. I don't see a whole lot better to do with this buy, so. Wow, okay. Improved to Mountain Village to Mastermind. Alright. Do we want a second goat herd? They already got rid of one of their improves. Too bad we didn't see goat herd after they did that, but we could pick it up with the mountain village next turn and trash 2 cards. And we do have 2 estates to trash. So that part seems nice. It's only gonna hit 4, which isn't great. Alternatively, we could take an astrolabe and use that to hit 5. Is that better? Might be. Probably get a second barge in that case. If they end up trashing another card with improve, then the goat herd triggers a shuffle. And in that world, I'm not really sure what to do about that. In that world, like, we would maybe prefer to have taken the other goat herd, both because it would be drawing a card and because we'd be likely to hit 5 after triggering the shuffle without needing the astrolabe. The thing we could do is take an improve of our own. End up hitting 6, which we probably don't need, but like then we can improve the improve into a mountain village. While also getting to 5. Maybe that's actually the play. Do we care about having an astrolabe in the deck? Not really. Okay. Ugh. Okay, well, at least we're going to get to draw a card here. I think I'm going to go next turn with this. Now do we take another goat herd? Again, we're back down to like only 7 coins of the deck because we did trash the improve. We get another one, or just like a silver and astrolabe or something. We do have another barge. Maybe we're going to want to next turn that. We can pick up if... Yeah, I think improve is the play. As we can... Yeah, they did not trash a card. So we can pick up improve and goat herd to trash our last estate. We can next turn this, can play the improve, and then we can take a mastermind. Get going on that. Do I actually want to trash this improve? I kind of want the money, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess we could have improved the goat herd, but I still would like to trash copper. Well, I guess we are going to get to the mastermind. One way or another. It would have been nice not to have to... whatever. Alright, so... let's get another mastermind. And we could get another improve in a mountain village. The main thing is, like, right now, like... well, we do have 2 barges in the deck, and we don't have one to duration play, so maybe triple playing the barge is fine anyway. I think we want to get to the point where we like. I mean, we only have the one goat herd. Like, we could also take another goat herd. Not trash to improve. Like, I think we want to get to the point where we like do a commerce. We do need more to be gaining like more uniques for that to work well. But like, basically replace the coppers with golds. It seems like an improvement. Hmm. Fine. I mean, we'd really like to be. We got 9 coins in the deck right now. We'd really like to. How would we like? What would a good commerce be? And how soon do we want to do that? This is going to be difficult right now. Unless we like mastermind the improve or something, like get extra money off of that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do this thing. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Do we want to trash a copper, actually? Wait, we only have 8 coins? Why do we only have 8 coins? What? We have... No, we did only have 8 coins last turn. Okay, I'm just... One thing we could do if we want a commerce is just buy rebuy a copper. So with 7... we could go like Mountain Village, improve commerce. We could turn a Mountain Village into a 5 with the improve that we have. That's not going to increase the commerce, but it will. Yeah, okay, so I think Mountain Village. Oh wait, what am I talking about? We need the money for the actual commerce. Never mind. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I forgot about the actual money to buy the commerce. That was silly. We could go improve commerce. Like, we want to add a useful card to the deck, right? Like, I don't really want to buy like estate copper commerce or something. But we could go improve copper commerce. We do have the duration bars. Like, it's not ideal having to add a copper to the deck in order to do it. But the other thing is, yeah, I mean, I guess even with the duration barge, well, I think if we take one more barge here, so we go improve copper commerce, and then we do Mountain Village into one more barge, and then we have like a barge that we can mastermind, a barge that we can duration sort of set up. Did they... Oh, they masterminded the mastermind again. Damn, alright. Okay. Guess we're only playing one of these improves. Oh, wait. So 15. The piles are getting really low. I feel like it'd be so easy. Like, the bot has two masterminds in play, or the masterminded mastermind, but it doesn't have any duration barges. It'd be so easy. It hasn't trash at all for it to just draw a hand of coppers and estates and just totally dud. All right. So now what? How many improves are in the trash? 5? So the bot still has 3 improves. So it does have a bunch of potential gains. I wonder if we should take a province defensively. Villain might actually be kind of good now. The problem is we don't really have the actions, but we could improve and improve into a mountain village. That does lower piles, but if we have the province like less concerned, not unconcerned, but 4 mountain villages in the trash. So the bot has 2 of those. So it doesn't have the ability to gain barges just off of improves. I still do worry though about like the bot being able to like buy a province. How many improves did I say? It had 3. Like improve 2 mountain villages into 2 barges, buy province barge, improve and improve into a mountain village sort of thing. I feel like if I just can wait out until the bot's deck falls apart because it does, because it really should dud at some point here. So maybe we take a duchy for now, and then don't improve anything. I mean, it's annoying because like we don't have the actions to play this improve, but I did find a barge. I mean, I guess that's not that unlikely. They have 4 of them, but it is annoying. Like, they really should die at some point. Like, they haven't trashed at all. What? Well, they super lowered piles. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to take advantage of that, but maybe we can. So, like, if we don't have to play the mastermind, then we can play improve, barge. We can improve the 2 mountain villages into 2 barges. We have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 coins. That's not... Yeah, we're like an improve short. We double province. I mean, we don't need double province, but we do need like province duchy estate, which is basically... Man... I mean, maybe we just do... Well, we could do... Oh man, it's just like they deserve so much to dud, but we don't know for sure that they're going to. It's like if we want to play it safe from a points perspective, and how much of their so they have now only have the one improve left, and they do have 3 mountain villages still somehow. I thought they trashed a bunch of them, but I guess they went improve into mountain village twice. Okay. Um, It's like we could go double province, not play the barge for duration. That's like the defensive play. We could also potentially improve a mountain village into duchies. That obviously means our next turn is gonna be like a little dubious. We have 16 coins. We gain 2 barges off of improve. We buy a province. We buy a barge, and then we're down. Yeah, we can't make that work. It's going to be a really frustrating game to lose if we lose it, because the bot's just like so aggressive and so far has yet to face any consequences for it. I mean, if we're banking on the bot to dud anyway, I mean, the bot doesn't even necessarily need to dud at this point. It just needs to not being able to gain 3 barges. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to dud to be unable to do that now that it is down to a single improve. But, well, it kind of needs to dud, I guess. I think I'm gonna play for... It really sucks. Like we had the good go herd draw, and now we're gonna be like more likely to dud ourselves off of the back of like the goat herd's probably not gonna draw much because they're not gonna have they may not see the improve at all, and if we take another duchy, like do we trash a mountain village into a duchy? Then the bot can potentially win off of 4 duchies. 4 duchies is harder than 3 barges and an estate. So, I mean, I guess from that perspective, it's fine. Maybe I do need to just double province. That way I get to keep... Just not having the duration barge is really rough. Oh! The other issue is if we trash a mountain village here, we might run into the problem of being unable to close the game out even if the bot does dud. Hmm. Another thing we could do... Another thing we could do is play the goat herd, improve that into a tide pools. Like, we don't play the duration barge, but at least we have some extra draw in the deck. We do... this, double province, and then do that. We still need both of these mountain villages if we want to be able to play both of these improves to be able to hit double province, unless we want to go like mountain village to duchy and buy a couple coppers. Which I really don't, and also the double improved double mountain village gives us the threat on this stuff. I think I'm not going to do any of that. Yeah, see, this is... Okay, granted, they got to mastermind, which could still be good, but that is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Well... Tide pools to the rescue. So, I mean, if we double province here, we won't get to play the mastermind. But... we'll have enough of a points lead that we probably just win. Or can we just win off the improved stuff? Oh, we totally can win off the improved stuff. The bot didn't take any points. Okay. Yeah. We can just go province, barge. We have the two mountain villages in play. Yeah. Dupe. Dupe. Yeah. So that was very scary. Honestly, I think things went better for the bot than they, like, by rights should have. Look back at this. Like, I think this should not have been, like, if it sort of played to expectation, it would have been less scary. But so they open Mountain Village Improve. They managed to collide them turn 3 and 4. Like, and I guess, you know, mostly that means they saw the Mountain Village turn 4, because if they'd, like, I mean, here they picked up the improve that they bought and played the other improve, which is, like, definitely a high roll. Like, getting to buy a 5 with that opening and getting to, like, do multiple improves and all that stuff, like, that's definitely better than expected. I think if you just see the Mountain Village turn 3, like, none of this happens. Basically, like they maybe don't hit 5 at all, and like only get to improve one thing, and it has to be the improve itself. I mean, obviously, if you don't bottom deck the Mountain Village, it's like 50-50 that you're going to see it turn 4. So like, it's not like it can't happen or something. But you know, it's just it's a very like gambly open, I guess I would say. I mean, you know, the recognition on turn 3 of like, okay, I'm set up to have like a really nice turn 4 if I buy this improve. That part is like is good play for sure. And they take a mastermind already, and then they manage to find the mastermind turn 5 without finding any of their other stuff, and then still afford a mountain village. Again, this is like very fortunate draws. Mastermind the barge. Now this, like, I don't think we can see it without like actually rewinding, which I don't want to do because then I'll lose the rest of the log. But this should mean that the mastermind stays out, which is a little of an awkward thing to do when you're only like with the new duration rules. I'm pretty sure the mastermind will stay out in this situation, even though it's only like duration played the barge once. So that's pretty awkward. But in any case, they get a duration barge going. And then yeah, here they resolve it, get another mastermind. So this turn is not so impressive. And they've like lost their like setup stuff. But then this turn they start to get it back. The mastermind in play. And then they start doing the mastermind stuff. But at no point from this point forward do they ever play a duration barge, I don't believe. So like, you know, not terribly surprising that they, you know, here they draw like just a bunch of garbage. Yeah. I mean, looking back through this, I guess there's not necessarily a particular turn where you would have expected, like specifically expected that to happen, but like here, like if they didn't draw this barge and they just drew like another improve or something, like that turn wouldn't be anything really. I'm not that turn. This turn wouldn't be anything. So, yeah, I don't like. It's definitely not the way that I would want to approach playing this. It kind of forced me into it in a way. Like I didn't get it like as much deck control as I would like because the bot lowered piles so aggressively because I didn't, you know, like I ran out of time to ramp my payload, so I had to stop playing my goat herd. I couldn't get as many mountain villages or as many masterminds as I would have liked, or really as many barges. Like any of this stuff is just like the piles were evaporating because it was just like turbo improving everything. So yeah, it it kind of forced me into an awkward spot as well. But it did draw an estate here. I was gonna say, it was provinces, not the estate, but no, it was 2 provinces and an estate that it drew, and this dud. So yeah, I mean, trashing estates is usually good. So the goat herd definitely still did work. It would have been nice to do like one more commerce / a bigger commerce, which I think like if the bot hadn't been playing this so aggressively, I think would have been like the next sort of building step. I mean, getting more masterminds like would have been as well, but you would be be able to do it at the same time, where you like take like a mastermind and one other card, or maybe two other cards, depending on the exact money and whatever, and then commerce for another like handful of golds, and then excuse me, and then like, you know, trashing coppers becomes a lot like easier to do at that point. And even if the bot wasn't like turbo improving, so long as it was improving at all, then like the goat herd's at least drawing a bit, and or like not being a stop card, I guess, is what I really want to say, and that's all nice. I do also wonder about the villain thing, where like, you know, because the bot's starting hands, I mean, granted, if like they had an estate to discard, then it wouldn't really matter, but because they in a lot of cases probably weren't like action dense, if they didn't have like a mountain village or something, or even if they did and they wanted to mastermind a barge, even just hitting this hand would have been like pretty effective potentially if they didn't have an estate. Oh, they did. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's the thing about villain early is like it often doesn't do anything. They didn't get the goat herd. I was talking about goat herd. In that case, it would have been more effective early. And I don't know when I would have added it. So like, yeah. So like here again, it's like, okay, you have the mastermind in play, but you can't make him discard the barge. So. What's this hand? Yeah, again, they could just discard a state. Here, they just masterminded a mastermind anyway. And they would be able to discard the other mastermind. So actually, villain probably just never does anything. Here they would have had to discard Mountain Village or Barge. That would matter. I don't know how much it would matter. Like, obviously, if they hold on to the Mountain Village, they can just pick up the Barge. But it would matter at least a little bit. I guess this Mountain Village didn't do anything, so maybe it wouldn't matter. Maybe it would just not matter at all. Yeah, I think actually, yeah, villain would just do nothing. Ever. Okay, never mind. I mean, there were situations in which it could have, but yeah. Alright, well then no regrets there. Villain bad. Anyway, alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.